In the Texas Panhandle, LX Ranch, we went up there and cooked for about 5 weeks, and the man that owned it told me, he said, Kent, they told me you're a pretty good hand horseback, just like you are with the Dutch oven. If you want to stay on and help us gather remnants, which are something that we missed the first time. I said, yeah, I don't mind. He said, well, it'll just be you and Bobby, a good friend of mine, a black cowboy. Stay in the bunkhouse, do your own cooking. I said, I think I can handle it. Well, this man lived in a big house that was, probably 300 yards from the corrals down there. Me and Bobby stayed in the saddle house, and there was a little old chicken house that sat right beside it. And old Ed loved them hens more than he loved them cows. He had 6 leghorn hens and 1 white rooster. Was running cows through an old chute one day, pulling fly tags and doing a little worming, and one of them hens come out of there, and one of them old crossbred cows just mashed her right there in the cow manure and killed her graveyard dead. Bobby said, you better pick that old hen up and throw her over the top of the barn before he sees it. He said, we'll have to have a funeral and a 3-week wake. So I just picked her up and threw it over there behind the barn. And here in a minute, Ed come down and he said, Kent, you know anything about chicken? I said, it's pretty good fried, baked, or barbecued. He said, no, mine ain't laying no more. I said, maybe they're molting, Ed. He said, molting? I said, yeah, a certain time of year they'll molt. Now, I don't know if all of y'all know this thing, but it's called Ralgro. You see, we'd growth them more, implanted a bunch of heifers the day before. Little bitty white pellets, you just put it right under the skin on top of the ear. I said, but one thing that would help, Ed, if you was to Ralgro that rooster. He looked at me and he said, where's their ear at? I said, no, Ed, just grind it up in their feed. Give it to the rooster. If the hens get it, that's fine too. I said, you'll get 3 eggs a day sometime from them hens. 3 eggs a day. I said, yeah. Well, he went on about his business, and me and Bobby, we worked them little old jagged cows, and he's got the same warped sense of humor that I have, and he looked at me and he said, I know where you're headed. He said, you know over across the road, them people that raise them ostriches? And when he said cross the road, that's 41 miles from where we're at. I said, yeah. He said, ostrich business has went downhill in a big hurry. He said, I bet we can get some of them eggs over. We get a 6-pack of beer because we're going to do some trading for this egg, and we go that way and get over, and they're the nicest folks I ever met in my life, and them eggs is all just sold down for decoration. Ain't nothing in them, you know, and they're great big things. So we get us one, we head back. We're devising up this nice little plan, you know, and we get there in the dark, and I told Bobby, I said, hey, you know them galvanized hen boxes that are in that hen house, 6 little holes in them, you know? I said, we'll shove that egg up in there. We had to get some wagon grease to put on that egg. It was so big before we could twist it off in there. Bobby said, hey, I got an idea. Run around there behind that barn, got that old dead hen. We stuffed her up on top of that egg. All that was hanging out was her head. She looked pretty sad, she did. We didn't sleep none that night waiting for the fun to commence. Next morning, here he come with that little old bucket. He never offered me and Bobby an egg, never. Never asked us to come to the big house and eat, and here he comes with that little bucket just whistling up a tune. He opens that hen house door and walks in there, and the way he screamed, you'd have thought he won the lottery. My God, he said, you boys get in here and look at this egg. My God, it's the biggest thing I've ever seen. And he was crouched down out there where it was just, that egg was just looking him right here in the eye, and he said, my God, that thing's pretty. He said, look, the force of her having to lay that mashed her up again that hen box and killed her. He said, "Hey, Bobby." He said, "Yes, sir, Ed." He said, "You and Kent been getting things out all your life that you don't have to have. Get that egg out of there." We twisted on it a little while, finally got 2 crowbars and a screwdriver and got it out, put it in his bucket, off he went. We thought that was the end of that. He turned around about 20 steps up that road and he said, "You boys come on for breakfast this morning, there's enough for everybody." Bobby looked at me there and he said, "What are we going to do now?" And I said, "I don't know. Let's just see where it goes." So we walk in the big house and he's got a little 12-inch cast iron skillet. He's got this egg and I said, "Ed, that ain't going to fit in there." He said, "Well, go out there to the wagon. Don't you have some of them 20-inch cast iron skillets?" And I said, "Yeah." I put one up there on the burner and he gets this egg and he cracks it down there and hits that skillet and it don't crack. He hits it again and it don't do nothing. He looks at Bobby and he said, "Y'all been breaking into stuff all your life." He said, "How you get into here?" I told him, I said, "Ed, you got to score that with your knife and then crack it." He scores it around there with his knife and he takes it in both halves and he does it. And then he just opens it. Tears went to running down his face. He said, "My God, not only did it kill her, but it took all she had just to make the shell."